Teeth Tomorrow is one of the only implant franchises in the US, and we're very proud of it. It's a network, a franchise. It's a US franchise, which took me about a year to get because there's a lot of legalities involved with doing this. And it's for advanced implant dentists. This is not for somebody that just took a maxi course, placed 2 implants, and wants to do full arch. This is for people that have done some overdentures, that do a lot of all-on-4, that do a lot of full arch hybrids or bars. And what we're doing is, it's really it's the first and only organization that has a sole focus on delivering full arch zirconia as a final product. That's our focus. If you're part of Teeth Tomorrow, you're advertising with all of our ads that we're going to give you full arch zirconia that has been proven and works. There's only 250 franchises available. I say only 250. There's only 150,000 dentists in the country. So what is that? That's point-something% of all the dentists in the US that can take this over. We have a company called IntelliVue that has taken the US and divided up into 250 territories based on 1 million to 1.5 million people. So for instance, Utah is 1 territory. New York has 7 territories. LA has 6 territories. Chicago has 4. It's based on population density. And what we're going to do is we're going to share our proven full arch implant surgical prosthetic and marketing protocols that we've developed over the last 5 years. And we talked today about the different options out there, and I hope I made a case that we wholeheartedly believe that this is the best option on many levels. Maybe a bar overdenture in certain cases, but certainly not a hybrid bridge. And we've done all this, and I just believe this is the best go-to option on many levels. And you know, as I explained, these are apples and oranges. It looks the same, but it's a totally different prosthetic result. And I showed you earlier, this is why that we've gravitated towards zirconia, because we all know that acrylic chips and breaks, and we're tired of it. We're mad as hell, and we're not taking it anymore. What movie was that? So, you know, as I showed you, this is the ideal choice for full arch tooth replacement. And the advantages are many. There's no casting distortion. It's retrievable. It doesn't chip. It doesn't attract plaque. The screw holes are strong. It can be remilled. And it splints the implants rigidly. And it's permanent. So it's everything you'd want in a restoration. Aesthetic, strong, doesn't attract plaque. So I've showed you some of these cases, and I'll show you some more in a minute. You know, these cases now, some of them are 5 years in function without any problems. Most of them, all of them. We don't have any prosthetic failures or chipping. You know, we can take someone that is as dentally debilitated as this, and within 6 months, with a flat fee, convert them. It's a pretty powerful thing. So we've taken this paradigm and we're sharing with franchisees this. And as I showed you, we've done a lot of these cases, over 200 Claudia and I have done, and these are lives that we've changed, and we enjoy doing it, and we're here to share this. It's a very methodical, organized system. And I showed you the success rate of that's really pretty amazing, of having 110 arches and having half of them per tau over per tau, and still having 100% success. This is 1 to 3 years in function. Now it's 1 to 5, and it's still the same thing. I don't see it changing from what I see. So this company called IntelliVue takes franchises and they carve out demographics. So what they've done is they've taken a territory like Long Island, and they basically take that territory and they look at age groups, income, just all aspects of demographics that allow you to target marketing towards these people in different ways. So we're looking at 250 territories. We've been at this about 2.5 months, and we'll be up to 30. So we're getting there fast. It's growing nicely. There's a lot of good energy here. And who could be a candidate? Well, this could be either one doctor in one territory performing both the surgery and the prosthetics. This is how I started. Too much came in, I couldn't do that. So now Claudia is doing the prosthetics, and that's the paradigm that you could do by bringing in an associate. You do the surgery, they do the prosthetics, and then it grows from there. It could be 2 doctors sharing that responsibility in one of the territories. We have Teeth Tomorrow Long Island with 6 offices in one territory sharing the responsibility with 6 offices. It can't be 2 entities in one territory fighting over referrals. It has to be one financial interest, one practice or group practice. It could also be a general dentist working with an oral surgeon or or some kind of a specialty group that's not advertising it, but the restorative doctor is, and they're using the surgeon as a referral silently. That's one option. So there's 4 paradigms. And I basically, as I showed you for the last almost 5 years now, I've just been talking about this, doing it, and I've been very vocal about it. And Dr. Patch, I mean, she's impressive. You know, she's only out of school 6 years, and she's banging out this stuff better than most people I've seen. She's amazing. So we started advertising this in late 2013. So for 27 months in the rural Hudson Valley, we did 128 arches, which equated to $3.7 million in services in the middle of nowhere, basically. Well, it's not exactly Iowa, but it is a rural area. You know, I'm sorry. Well, New York City is an hour and 40 minutes away, so it's, although you have Kansas City. So anyway, nothing against Iowa, nothing against Kansas and the Midwest. So it's been successful for us, and we've adapted certain paradigms. So what happens is if you want to join Teeth Tomorrow and you're a good fit and you want to really, I'm looking for experience and I'm looking for people that are really enthusiastic about doing more full arch. So I have people on board that have done some full arch, but they want to do more, and we're going to train them. We're going to give them the success skills that we've adapted and help them be successful. And we're going to supply basically everything: marketing, lab support, ongoing education. There's going to be annual meetings. You're part of a group, a club. What is included when you join? Well, you get geographic exclusivity. Now that's a big deal. Let's say you have a practice in, where are you?
Kansas.
Kansas City. Kansas City?
No, Kansas. Rural, 20,000 people.
So your territory is going to be a large part of Kansas. Now, like we talked about before, people travel for this stuff. They're going to come in. You're going to be the one guy or the one office in that whole area that is promoting this. There's a lot of value to that, I do believe. We've seen that. You're going to come back here for a day and a half, a Friday, Saturday. We're going to go over all the marketing skills. You're going to meet other Teeth Tomorrow providers. It's a fraternity that we're going to be sharing information, and you're going to bring your staff. This is about, we talked about teamwork. This is about a staff effort, combining, doing this together and getting energy to make this happen. You're going to get reduced fees from the lab. Right now, if you sent us a case, it's around $5,000 for parts and pieces for one arch. It's somewhere around a little above $4,000. So you're going to save about $1,000 as a network member, which is good. Between Ellen Bogan Media, who else is part of our team? Cathode Ray Marketing, and IntelliView, you have a team of people that are going to hold your hand to promote this. We're going to supply TV ads, print ads, radio ads, whatever you want to do. You're going to offset some of your marketing. You don't even have to do any marketing because the website alone gives you national recognition with SEO. That alone with in-office branding and that can really make a difference in your practice. And as I say, I've been doing marketing with this for a long time, so we have a good pulse on it. And Jeremy will hold your hand as to where to place ads. You'll get ad buying dollars that are beneficial for them. It's very powerful. We're going to find a local lab and certify them as a Teeth Tomorrow lab to make the provisional. These are steps that most labs can do. We just have to teach them. We have a video for that, and we can talk to them. You're going to get demonstration models, a PowerPoint presentation to give seminars, operations manual, everything you need to kind of do this right. There'll be an annual meeting where we're going to share clinical ideas, marketing ideas as a team. I'm looking for camaraderie here of some of the top implant dentists in the country, and that's what we have so far. We have some amazing practices if you go to teethtomorrow.com. And then we're going to have future pooled marketing as this grows into a 250 limit franchise as a household name for full arch implants. You've met Jeremy. He's been with me now for, God, I think we're going on 12 years. Just incredible work that he does. We've done some amazing TV commercials that are nationally branded quality and very technically intense for SEO. These are some of the ads we supply with branding. So it would be Teeth Tomorrow Tampa or Teeth Tomorrow, what's your town?
Kansas, the whole state.
The whole state. Teeth Tomorrow.
1.5 million.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So you might be the whole state.
Yeah.
And Utah is the whole state. And I've toyed with the idea of giving you a whole state or calling it something else, but we can talk about that. But yes, it is. How powerful is that to be the state? I can't do that in New York. So beautiful ads, great TV commercials. Let me see if I can look. I don't know if the audio is going to play here. But, you know, these are just well done, high quality, just really, they tell stories, they're testimonials, they're customized for you. And, you know, there's a lot of value to that. I mean, for you to do that on your own is going to cost you a lot of money to make these commercials. What would you charge normally for a commercial like this? $8,000?
Yeah, probably 8.
So they're getting 3 commercials. Think about that.
$8,000 for one commercial?
Absolutely. For a good 30-second commercial that's customized? Oh, yeah. It takes a full day to make these things, at least, just to shoot it.
And how does that work? Does he fly out to Kansas, or?
No, we have templated commercials that we're going to put your brand and Teeth Tomorrow brand in, but there are upgrades available that we can do localized
Right,
stuff.
yeah, we do travel, our company travels all around to do, you know, in-office videos and
My
commercials.
recommendation is take the initial package, get your feet wet, and then enhance it as you go along. That's what we did, and that's what I recommend. National branding, as the implant editor for dentistry today, I do a full-page ad for Teeth Tomorrow in the lab, so you're getting name recognition amongst your colleagues. So it's got some good branding to it. This is ubiquitous to many, many implant systems. Just because I use BioHorizons doesn't mean you can't use many of the other systems that are available that are out there. So what does it cost? It's basically 2-year commitments. It's $25,000 for the first year and $20,000 for the second year, and then it's 2-year commitments of $20,000 each year. When you think about 1 or 2 arches coming in a year, that will recoup your investment, plus all the other dentistry that comes with it, all the individual branding that you get from separating yourself from every other practice. What you're getting for this money is really, I feel, a good value. We do mandate that Tischler Dental Laboratory receives the final bridge, that we do that, and for many reasons. We want to make sure that we do it right. We want to make sure you do it right. The local lab will do the provisional, and we'll help you with that. So that's basically the investment. And people have already been closed out of territories. I showed you this case. A lot of people have. And so I'm asking people that want to do this, don't wait too long, because unfortunately there are a limited amount of territories, and we want this to happen. You know, this case took 4 visits, and I showed this earlier, and this is the basic Teeth Tomorrow protocol, where in 4 visits someone can have something that's really substantial and will change a life, and we teach all these techniques, and that's what we did in the last day, and that's what we'll do on this video that you're going to see. So, why deliver the provisional? We talked about this. It's lab process, so it's more refined. It's less chair time. It's easier delivery. We showed you those cases the next day, not even getting the patient numb, dropping that in. And it's safer for the patient, and it's more predictable as far as scheduling goes. That's it. The tissue shrinks. Claudia pops in the provisional that a lab processes, less chair time, the patient's not stressed. So everywhere you look from a clinical standpoint and a practice management standpoint, it makes sense. Talked about my lab. We've done over 1,600 arches, and we're moving the lab to a new facility next year, right next to the office here. We're going to build that. And this is out there, and it's growing, and it's growing. We've done milling for ClearChoice. We're an approved ClearChoice vendor. We've had a good relationship with them. This is me at their annual meeting. So this is a nationally recognized product. The lab is focused just on that. So you have a lab with a lot of experience and a lot of cases. This is the video that we share with a local lab to show them the different steps. It's a really well done video, Jeremy, that you put together. Very, very simple. And we're going to share that with a local lab. And I showed you how, you know, this has been around. It's successful. I shared this with you earlier. Here's a 10-year-old case. So if you're questioning whether this is the prosthesis for the future, I certainly believe it is. I know what isn't. And it's a brand. Why are brands important? Consumers like brands. If you notice, Americans like brands. It shows stability. It shows continuity. It shows substance. And they equate that with that. So you could say I'm the best implant dentist in the world. When you're holding up a brand, you've separated yourself. And that's why there are so many franchises in other industries. Look at these brands, the best or nothing. You know, this is a Ritz-Carlton brand. We look at this as a high-quality brand, a high-quality product, and we're here to share this.